Life, a slapstick comedy. One evening, a visitor started a talk with these words. Maharaj sometimes says the entire manifestation is an illusion, like a movie or a stage play, and that Maharaj interrupted him with a laugh and said, "But it is not the usual purposeful movie. It is a hell of a comedy, a real slapstick." Here is the part A of the comedy. Look, here I am in my home, bothering no one, doing what comes to me naturally, doing my things. Suppose one day a policeman suddenly appears at my doorstep and charges me with the assault and robbery in Calcutta on such and such day. I tell him I have never been out of my hometown, let alone in Calcutta, taking part in an assault and robbery. The conviction with which I tell this to policeman makes him a bit diffident. He conducts further inquiries and finds what I said was true. He then apologizes to me and leaves me alone. This is as it should be. But here comes the comic part B. You also face a similar charge. You also have never been to Calcutta, but you are so much scared by the presence of the policeman that you are unable to speak in your defense, and that you allow him to arrest you. Later, when you are behind the bars in jail, you lament about your bondage and cry for liberation. Is this not ridiculous? So what it means is, in my absolute original state of unicity and wholeness, I didn't even know that I existed. And then one day I was told that I was born. That particular body was me, that a particular couple were my parents. Thereafter, day after day, I began accepting further information about me and thus built up a whole pseudo-personality only because I had accepted the charge of being born, although I was fully aware I had no experience of being born. I had never agreed to be born, and my body was being thrust on me. Gradually, the conditioning became stronger and stronger and grew to such an extent that not only did I accept the charge that I was born as a particular body, but that I would at some future date die. The very word death became a dreaded word to me, signifying a traumatic event. Can anything be more ridiculous? By my Guru's grace, I realized my true nature and also realized what a huge joke has been played on me. The more startling illusion, therefore, is not so much the happening of an event known as birth, life, death, or a period of what is known as time, but the acceptance of an objective entity as an individual which is supposed to undergo the experience of this conceptual event called life. And the basic illusion which makes this illusion possible is the concept of space, in which objects can be extended, and the concept of time, in which the objects can be perceived. Now, do you understand why I said life is a slapstick comedy, a farce, a drama? Go a step further and see the extent to which your conceptual entity, your so-called individuality, gets itself involved in this drama. You not only fail to see you are merely an actor playing a role in this drama, but go on to assume you have a choice of decision and action in the play called life, which must obviously unfold strictly according to the pre-written script. And when events thus take place naturally in the ordinary course, This conceptual entity that man is lets himself get affected by them and suffers. And then he thinks of bondage and liberation. Liberation is seeing this life as a drama and perceiving that you cannot be an entity of any shape, name, or kind. Liberation is recognizing that sentient objects are part of the manifestation of the total phenomena without separate identities, that I am is the sentience in all sentient objects, the conscious presence as such. Liberation is recognizing that I, the Absolute, in my phenomenal expression, am the functioning, that is seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling, thinking, without the presence of any other individual actors. Now, do you understand why you suffer? You suffer because you are a case of mistaken identity, or rather, because you have accepted what is obviously a mistaken identity.